Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Raja. Today we are going to discuss about the scenario which is being asked in one of the interview. And so let's discuss about this scenario and then we'll go to the practical. And now, so this is a question so we have a data, customer level data, and so the customer when he was ordered the particular a products. Okay, we have a data customer as well as order date and order ID. The question is so how do we find this second order date? So now this is so let me explain one more time. So this is the customer. Let me take this example Aran. So he was purchase multiple products, and so we have multiple order IDs also. But so the first a purchase was happened on 04/2022 2019, and then later he was again purchased on 5th 13 2019. Now so what user required, right? So he don't want first order date. He is looking for this second order date across all the customers. So this is the scenario. So it was asked in one of the interview. Now let's open this a new workbook, and then I'll show you how to how we write these calculations to fetch this a second order date. And I'm using this a sample superstore data. And so let's connect to this sample superstore. Let's use this orders only. Let's go back to sheet 1. So let me drag this a fields. Okay, so let me drag this customer name and order date. Just change this format into this exact date, as well as instead of discrete, so use this instead of continuous, use to this a discrete only. Let me convert this into the discrete. Now here, so we have customers, and as well as order date only. If it is required, you can bring this order ID. If it is not required, and you can keep up to this order date. But anyway, I'm adding these order IDs also. Now, so the first purchase date was happened on 04/2022 2019. But in most of the interviews they will confuse you, confuse they might be confuse the people get the first order date, or else otherwise latest order date. Latest order date means it was a latest order date. Actually 12/18/2022 is the latest order date. But if someone is ask you that the question get the first order date, in case if if interviewer will in case if someone is asked you to get this first order date, and you can we need to bring this 04/2022. But in case if they ask a latest order date, and we need to fetch this 12/18. Now, so now they are asking to get this second order date. Okay, so let me write this a very simple calculation. Initially we need to identify this minimum order date. Minimum order date nothing but it's 04/2022. For this minimum, I'm going to write this a calculation. Minimum order date. So here I'm using this LOD concepts. With the LOD, initially I'm trying to find this minimum order date, and then later I'll bring this a second order date only. But if you guys are knows how do we achieve in a different method, and you can comment on the video. And in the meantime, you can post your solution also, how do we achieve in some different way also. Now, so let me write this a fixed condition here. So in our sheet, so we have a data at customer level. So that is the reason I'm going to fix this customer name. And then so here what we are trying to get this so we are trying to get this a minimum order. So let me get this minimum order, and then will and then based on this, I mean, like, existing data will, I mean, fetch this, I mean, second order only. So here what I'm going to do is, right, let me use this, I mean, minimum aggregation. Okay. And then you can define this field order date. Just close this, I mean, like curly bracket. Now, so from this result, what we get, right? So from this result, generally we'll get this, minimum order date only. So let me drag this, I mean, field into this, I mean, like a sheet. Then you can get an idea actually what we are getting this, I mean, result also from this calculation. So here, let me convert this into exact date, and then again, I'm changing this, I mean, like, continuous fields to discrete. Now see here. So for this, I mean, first customer, I mean, like Aran Bagman. So he was, I mean, there was a, like, three order days for that particular, I mean, like a customer. And so from our calculation, what we got, right? And so it derive, I mean, it retrieves some result, and it is giving me that, I mean, like, 218 2019. If you see here, this is, I mean, like, minimum, like a order date. So, I mean, minimum, we are getting this minimum order date from this, I mean, like a result only. Even if I go to the second customer, I can see this, I mean, 04/2022. So this is, minimum order date. Now, so we got this, I mean, like a minimum order date. So, but how do we retrieve second order date from this, I mean, existing calculation? So it's very simple. Yeah, you simply convert this actually. Okay, you simply convert this, I mean, like, calculation into a Boolean. So generally what we are trying to do is, right, we are simply converting this, I mean, like a calculation into Boolean function, and then from that, I mean, condition, we are identifying whether it is true or false. We are getting those results only. So let me write here. So here, so this is our existing condition. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just adding one more, I mean, like a condition here, just, I mean, like, equals to order date. So what it returns actually. So right now what it returns, and this is, I mean, called, Boolean, I mean, like, calculation. So generally based on this, I mean, like, calculation, I mean, it gives, I mean, result like whether it is true or false. So right now we are getting 218, right? Yeah. So it is already there in our order date. That is the reason. So it gives, I mean, like a true only. And even if I go to this, I mean, like a 4/2022, it's already there in our order date. We'll get this, I mean, like a true. But if I go to this, I mean, 0307, so remaining all will come under this, I mean, like a false. Why? Because it is not there in our, result actually. So that's why we'll get this, I mean, like, false. Now let's apply and then click on OK. So if you observe here, so the first, I mean, like a minimum order date, will get this, I mean, like, true. All others are coming under this, I mean, like a false one. Even if I go to the some other, customers also, we are getting the same result. Now, so you just consider, I mean, like wherever the data we have actually, like, false actually. From the false, we need to get this, I mean, like, from the false data only. So wherever we have, I mean, like, false data, from that data, we need to get this, I mean, like, again, minimum order date again. So what I'm going to do is, right, so let me write one more, I mean, like a condition. So in this condition, let me give certain name, second order date. So let me write this, I mean, like a condition here. So it could be the same actually. So why? Because here also we are I mean, we are applying this, LOD based on, I mean, like, customer name. So we are applying that granularity. We are applying into this, I mean, based on the customer name only. So just use this, I mean, like a customer name. Okay, and what we are expecting actually. So we are trying to bring this, I mean, like, minimum order date wherever the false, I mean, results are there. So we are trying to get this, I mean, like, result actually from that, I mean, from the false only. So we need to get this, I mean, like a result from the false. So what I'm trying to do is, right, so here let's write, I mean, just fix this, I mean, like a customer name, and then you can write here the condition, if condition. So in the if condition, what I'm going to do is, right, you just mention this, I mean, like a minimum order date. I already told you, right, it is like a Boolean function. So that is the reason what I'm going to do is, right, I'm just using this false. So we are trying to fetch the data based on this, I mean, like a false only, right? So that's why I'm using this, I mean, like, false. And then order data, order date again. Yeah, let me write this order date. So here what we have done, right? And here um, from this result actually, so you can just exclude this like a wherever true actually. So because this is like minimum order date, it is not required actually. From where we can see this false order dates. From this date actually again we need to get this minimum order date from this data only, wherever the false is applicable, right? From this we need to get this minimum order date. Now what we have done, right? So we just mentioned this like a condition here. If minimum order date is equals to false, and again I'm retrieving this like a order date, wherever the false is there I'm retrieving this for order dates only. From that order date I need to bring this like a minimum order date. So let me execute this like a condition, and then let's drag this. Simply you can change into this exact date, and let me convert this. Just convert this into this discrete. Now we can see here. So the first minimum ordered like nothing but minimum nothing but it's the first like order date is 2/18/2019. But if you see here in the second order date, what we are getting 3/07/2019. If you see here, this is our like a first order, and this is a second order. Yeah, the first order if I go to this second customer, the first order date was 04/2022 2019. But if you see that like a second order, I can get this 05/13/2019. I I think you guys are enjoyed this like a video. If you have any concerns or like any beliefs, so you please like and share, subscribe to my channel to get like more alerts. Thanks for watching. Jai Hind.